Ah! I ran into Koro's thingamahooby. Here's something I want to show just quickly. There's a golden bug here in Hyrule Field. A male pill bug. Alrighty now. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm the Nufferdog, and welcome back to some more Zelda Twilight Princess. Just went on into Kakariko Village on my horse, but what's this? Ha ha ha! We is here to save the day. You jerk. Kidnapping little kids again? It's the same guy who, that monster riding the giant boar. It's the same one who, kidnapped Colin and Elia back at the village. Probably the other children as well. So he ran out up here to a section of Hyrule Field that we have not yet visited. I think it's the largest individual area. Maybe the largest individual area in the game. I think it's the largest section of Hyrule Field. It looks like this guy has Colin tied up. He somehow just sort of pulled that unpleasant-looking pole there out of his ass and attached it to the pig. The saddle. And he's calling in the hordes. They are not orcs, they are bokoblins. Or no, they are boblins, not to be confused with bokoblins. Or orcs. No, they basically look like orcs. So basically, a feature that I think is really cool, that has only been done in this game, I mean in terms of Zelda games, has only been in Twilight Princess, is horseback combat. I mean, you had a little bit of fighting in your bird on, in Skyward Sword, and you can use your bow from horseback in Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker. And there were the bombs on the boat in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and then there were the bombs on the boat in in Wind Waker. God, can't talk today. I got fully knocked off my... Did you see those guys? They're pathetic. I got knocked off my horse, but then two of them ran into that thing and got knocked off their boars. Pathetic. So we just want to come up and be hitting this guy with our sword from our horse. But I think the horseback combat in Twilight Princess is the best mounted combat in any Zelda game. I mean, this is so much more enjoyable. I mean, they just did a whole lot more than this, than what little mounted combat there was in other games. And you can come back into this area of field later on and have these big battles against boar-riding boblins. And suddenly everything's getting red, like it becomes evening in a matter of seconds. This guy's coming onto this bridge here, which has that little palisade wall there. Palisade, whatever, I don't know. Now this guy is shooting a fire arrow at it, and making it impossible for our horse to jump that. And there's a flaming one over here, too. This is an interesting little sort of semi-boss battle. It's sort of a jousting match here. Us and this boar-riding guy, King Boblin, were running toward each other on horseback. Well, me on horseback, him on the back of his boar. Giant armored boar with an enormous head. And basically, if we run into his boar, we're gonna get flung off the bridge. So we have to avoid hitting him, but we are also trying to hit him with our sword while going by him, which is rather difficult. You have to stay far enough away from him that you don't get knocked off, but then you have to be able to get close in again. There we go, I managed to hit him. See, I think the best strategy is to start off sort of far to one side, so that you have plenty of room to go the other side. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't dash right before I come up to him. I don't know, I have found this jousting thing to be... I think this is the hardest encounter with an enemy like this. Oh! We hit him a second time, but got flung off. And you take something like a heart of damage each time you get knocked off. It'd be funny if that, like, yeah, heart. It'd be funny if that, like, caused a glitch if you, did the final bit of damage to him, because I'm pretty sure you only need to hit him twice, but the damage might reset when you fall off, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe you need to hit him 3 times, or maybe it didn't count that one because we got flung off, was probably it. Yeah. And it looks like that guy should be done for. Luckily, his boar didn't fall off the bridge, so that we can rescue Colin, because if the boar fell, then we wouldn't be able to rescue Colin. But more important than rescuing Colin is striking an epic pose, and having our horse do a little victory dance. Not really, I do find that funny that he seems to do that before he unties Colin. But I guess victory dances are important. Ark. Is everyone okay? Whoa, what is Mallow doing there? Good. Beth, I'm sorry, for shoving you. Are you mad? I think I finally understand. I understand what my dad meant when he told me I needed to be stronger like you, Ark. He wasn't talking about strength, like lifting stuff. He was talking about being brave. Ark, you saved me, didn't you? You can do anything. You can do something to help the Gorons in the mine too, can't you, Ark? Nod. 'Cause I'm Link, I don't talk. I just nod. Tallow actually tried to do something useful. What a shock. And to the mountain we look. It's actually kind of a strange looking mountain with that big sort of, I don't know what's going on with that background there. But here's our horse, who we will not actually be making use of right now. Yes! Yes, the new shop is here! The sign still says the same thing, but you'll notice there's a picture of Mallow's face on it. Ha 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 ha. So amazing. Mallow Mart! Hey, you can look at stuff, but don't you dare just take things. That's my valuable merchandise. You want it, you pay for it. I decided to take on this unmanned shop. Buy something, it helps the whole village if you do. Press left on the control stick. We don't need no fourth wall. Okay. So, he sells red potion here. That's very nice, although we already have both a fairy and some milk, so we don't actually need it. He sells a wooden shield, which is a replacement for your, Orden Shield. If you lose it, you can replace it cheaply with this, because while shields have unlimited durability in this game, not like Skyward Sword where they get used up just from blocking attacks, wooden shields, including the Orden Shield, can actually burn if they're hit by a fire attack. But even more exciting, this Hylian Shield. You can only buy one here. It's expensive, but this shield will last you the rest of the game, because it will never burn. Awesome. Maybe I can't become a hero, but I figure I can help people out with heroic business deals. You'd better work hard, too. Yes, the evil baby is the hero of the working class, actually. So now, we're really starting to look the part of our role here. We're still using the regular Orden Sword, but we have the awesome Hylian Shield. So now we don't have to worry about our shield burning up, in, the Goron Mines, or anywhere on Death Mountain. What was that? Oh, to check the inn sign. I see. Roy. I'm not sure whether or not Barnes has bombs yet. I don't fully remember whether or not you need any bombs to... Oh wait, no, of course he doesn't have bombs yet, because he can't get supplies from the Gorons. You can't buy bombs until after you do this next dungeon. Ready. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's head on up to Death Mountain. And doing the classic Zelda strategy of rolling constantly to make yourself go faster. Because you move faster as a wolf than as a human. We're human and we're not riding a horse, so you know. All that good stuff. You know, you'd think the Goron could just easily knock us off here if he started rolling at us more quickly. Or maybe stood closer to the edge here, I don't know. And he could just knock us off while we were still climbing up and vulnerable, but he doesn't. He stands back there and waits till we're all the way up and approaching him. Oh, you are back again, human? You will never pass. You cannot hope to match our brute force. Oh, but I can, because I have the iron boots! Now we can grab him if we press A with the right timing, and he'll just roll on down there. I mean, if we're wearing the iron boots. You have to put on the iron boots to be able to do that. But you can equip them and unequip them remarkably quickly. Just hold A here, and whoop. Not too hard. But sometimes these guys kind of will surprise you coming around corners and whatnot. So you just have to be prepared. And it's not as though you'll, be sent back to the bottom or anything if you get hit by one. You just get knocked back a little bit and lose like half a heart or something. Hey, destroy these rocks for me, Goron. No hearts. But there is a blue rupee. Brilliant. We can climb up that grate, or we can climb up here. This is less climbing. There's a Goron. Oh! Rolling all the time. Alright, we're still in this area. Never mind, I was mistaken as to where we were. Now, I mentioned this is like the only place in the game, practically, besides Orden Village. Wow, the shield on our back actually just reflected a shot. And I got hit. So there's a bunch of bokoblins shooting fire arrows at us. If you really want to kill those bokoblins, you can actually use that grass to call the hawk. And each time you... the hawk can kill a bokoblin, or... They're not bokoblins, they're boblins. But one of those enemies, whatever. The hawk can kill one of them in one hit, but it's so slow to call him and release him repeatedly, and there's a lot of enemies there, so I prefer to just try to speed through. So these Gorons are seeing us coming in, and now we see them do something interesting that we will utilize. One of them curls up and then releases and launches the other guy into the air. Probably not exactly realistic in the physics of how it works, but whatever. It's still neat. Now, something is going to happen here. Yeah, the volcano is erupting, and we have to keep moving because you see that shadow appears under us. That's a meteor that's about to hit us, and wow. Or, not a meteor, but, you know, a bit of volcanic debris. Speaking of bits of volcanic debris, this is a large bit of volcanic debris. Whoa, this looks dangerous. Is this a traditional Death Mountain welcome? So we can't use Midna's super jump abilities as a wolf to get up there. Don't punch me, grr. These Gorons will attack you, but if you use your shield and then hit them with your sword, they will roll back and curl up. And now we can actually climb on them like the other guy did, and use them to jump like that. This one, I think we can get something bonusy. Not 100% certain, but it's worth looking. Whoa! Hello, rock. Okay, that's just an alternate route around the side, I guess. Whoa! Derp. Oh, okay, it looks like that leads to the hot spring, and... Hey, the water's back, and also I just derped up and didn't equip my iron boots in time. And for some reason, these guys down here aren't going to be hostile. They're not guards. Nibbling on an evening meal of rock. Yes, rock sirloin. Gorons eat rock, and the rock sirloin was an item that you had to get for a side quest in, Majora's Mask. There have been few sumo matches lately. Talk about boring, brother. I suppose it is because young Gorons these days have no interest in old arts like sumo. And former powerhouse Goron is an elder. There is not much we can do, brother. This guy actually runs a little shop here, and if I can get out, I'll see whether or not he's willing to sell to us. Greetings, brother. Pick up your hot spring souvenirs right here. Yeah, he will sell stuff to us, but we don't really need anything here, because we already have healing items. We don't need lantern oil. You don't need your lantern in the Goron mines, like, at all, or in this next dungeon. We don't have a bow yet to shoot arrows from, and we already have a better shield, so no particular need for that shop. It's funny that these guys are so friendly when the other Gorons are actively trying to hit us. Suppose it is no business of mine. There we go. See? These guys are nice. They're cool. Except for some of them are being forced to guard it from us humans, and don't want us to get past. At the order of the elders, apparently. Okay, so that's the way I came through. This guy just wanted to defend. Hit him. Yeah, that was just a more roundabout way to get up here. Now this particular little steam vent thing will activate whenever you get close, so you have to equip your iron boots to get through. Yeah, it was just a longer way around. I believe some Gorons are going to come through here. No? Yes. Perfect. I wonder if you can knock these guys down by doing a shield attack. It might be possible to knock them down without using your sword if you need to do that. Ah! Didn't have time to get my shield out. Yeah, so you don't actually need your sword. I feel slightly less mean using a shield attack than hitting him with an edged weapon. Ooh, you can do a jump attack from there. How awesome. Alrighty, let's go in here. Now, before you go in here, you want to have your iron boots equipped when you walk in there, because there's a cutscene that will lead into a sumo match against a Goron, which you need the iron boots to win. Oh, okay, it looks like you can equip them when you're right here. But you can't equip them during the sumo match. You don't have a chance to equip them during the cutscene, and you'll have to just lose and try again if you don't have the iron boots equipped already, so might as well just already have them. Enough! Is this young one such an imposing enemy that you must all gang up on him? I think not, little brothers. Irony, because he's smaller than them. I am a Goron elder, little human. I am called Goron. Because of certain circumstances, I must lead the Goron tribe in place of Darbus, our tribal patriarch. Tell me, little human, do you come from the village below? You have done well to come this far. You are strong for a human. Also, because I'm cheating with metal boots. However, the mines beyond here are sacred to my tribe. Outsiders are not allowed, unless... Epic glance! I could make an exception, but you would have to beat me in a contest of power. Are you willing to try that, little human? Yeah. And now, we sumo against Goron. Iron boots. Ceiling stays fully closed this time. Ooh. 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 Aha! He tried to slap, as he expected I would, but I did not. See, this is what happens if you both try to push at once. But I might actually win this really easily because, wow, there we go. Just by not moving at all and just pushing repeatedly. It's good timing. Young warrior, you have a strong will, and sharp eyes. Yeah, you don't say. Fine traits. Want to see how well you can use them? Ominous. You have seen it, I would bet. The mountain erupting without pause. Yeah, I kind of almost died from that. When the mountain began to rage, all 4 of us elders and Darbus, our patriarch, went inside to investigate its anger. We have a treasure that was entrusted to us by the spirits, and we must protect it. Do you understand? But the moment Darbus reached out and touched the treasure, everything went wrong. He collapsed, and before our eyes transformed into an unspeakable monster. He began to rage through the mines, trailing ruin behind him, and the eruptions grew more frequent and more severe. We used all of our strength to seal him deep inside the mountain. It grieved us to do this to our patriarch, but we had no other course of action. I ask this favor of you, young warrior. Go to the aid of Darbus. Make no mistake, the spirits have guided you here. I, Goron, need your help. On behalf of my entire clan, I ask you for your aid. Hey. You too. Let the young warrior pass. Alrighty. We have managed to win the trust of the Goron tribe and get into their minds, where their patriarch has been turned into a monster by some dark power. We will find out what that is soon, although hopefully you can maybe guess as to what it is. So we will explore the Goron Mines, which is our second dungeon, more on the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I'm the Nufferdog, and I will see you guys next time.